back to our channel. My name is Sarah if you're new here. Today we did this massive grocery haul. In fact, I've only done the first part of it, but it's the biggest part. And so I'm gonna show you what we buy for our family of 12 people for the whole month. This is how we always shop. We like to shop once a month, get it all done with it once, and then just live our lives without having to worry about groceries too much. We used to do online pickup a lot, and because of just the pandemic and all the shortages, it just got really hard to do it. We needed to pick out the replacements, and anyway, I think we're getting close to being able to do that again. It seems like the stores are really stocked in our area, like fully stocked. There are some limits on some things, but very few that I noticed. And shopping through the whole store for all of these groceries is hard. We got a little spoiled there. So one thing that's been on my mind and my heart lately is just, we show you this every single month, and we did not start shopping this way because of YouTube, and I just want to remind you that. I don't want it to come across like we're bragging, like, look how much food we bought. We feel very grateful that we're able to shop once a month, and we've been doing this long before any YouTube thing started. It's just that we decided to show you this part of our lives. So I don't think there's been any comments like that or anything saying that we're bragging, but I don't want it to come across that way. I just want you to know that we are so thankful that the Lord supplies for us to be able to buy food for our family and feed our family. We've had seasons where we maybe didn't get to buy all the food that we do now, like the certain kinds of food, but He has always supplied for us to be able to feed our family, and we're so thankful for it. And in this season, we've been able to buy once a month. That helps us a lot because it keeps us out of stores, which helps us to spend less money. And we were just talking today, like, it was so much work. We were sweating, loading up the car. My husband and I went together solo, and we were driving home saying, you know what? Maybe I was saying, maybe we just need to go back to like twice a month or something for a while, because it seems like a lot of food and a lot of work. And he said, you know, even if we were going in twice a month, we would still be going through the whole store, loading it up, bringing it home, unpacking it. Might as well just get double. Like, there were some people that walked in right when we walked in the store in Sam's Club, and they checked out when we did. We had 3 carts full, and they had 1 not full cart. And so we're like, if it's gonna take the same amount of time, we might as well just get it all at once. And we have the storage for it right now, which we're also very thankful for. So let me show you what we got for the month of June to feed our family of 12. We have a lot of teenagers in this house, 3 of them right now, but some of the younger ones eat like teenagers. Here's the big span of it. That basket we used at your guys' suggestion to bring it all in, and I forgot to take it off the table. But this is not even our fresh fruits and vegetables, and this was Sam's Club today, and I had the kids load up our fresh fruits and vegetables on the middle counter. I'm gonna work on my lighting here and then show you. Okay, that didn't help. Okay, that helped a little. Here are 3 bags, 8 pounds each of oranges. So it's a lot of oranges, and 2 bags of romaine lettuce. By the way, I'm growing when we cut it off, someone's eating one of those oranges. When we cut off the romaine, we've been sticking it in some water, and we're waiting for the roots to sprout, and we're gonna plant it. But these have grown out of it. That was also your guys' suggestions. We did that with green onions and planted them, and it worked great. So soon they'll sprout roots, but that takes a while, I've heard. So we even have some in a pie plate here, and we'll do the same with the new ones. So we're reproducing our own lettuce. We also have other lettuce growing in our garden. Hopefully that starts feeding us more by the end of June and July. We actually did have to run into the store the other day just for one item we were out of. I can't even remember what it was, but I had Solo get more tomatoes. So we have another one of almost full of this here, and then we got that one and 2 of these cherry tomato things. We got 2 bags of lemons. The kids are gonna start making lemonade, and we got some limes because I'm gonna be making some salsa. My sister-in-law was telling me how her kids have been drinking lemonade every week, and so I just got one of these finally. I've never had one, a juicer. It was pretty good price on Amazon. It does lemons and limes. You just cut the lime in half and put it face down, or lemon rather, or whatever. And she's been making her kids just like a cup of lemonade a day, and they've been loving it. I thought that's a great way to get some vitamin C in my kids. And lemons also store really well, which I'll talk to you about in a second. But my sister-in-law has a video of exactly how they make it, and even how they boost it up and make it more nutritious and healthy. And she told me that video is coming out next week. So if you're interested, you can follow her channel. It's Camp David Adventures. We got a bag of onions. We still have some onions left from last month, so that's good. And I got a lot of potatoes. We also got this bag. We love to snack on these, just dip them in homemade ranch dressing. I love to, and Solo loves to. I don't know how many of our kids do. 3 big bags of red potatoes too. So 2 bags of russet, I think I showed you. And then this box of salad as well as those romaine. So we use the romaine to wrap like with sandwich meat and cheese and as salads. And then this we eat first because it goes bad the quickest. The romaine lasts longer. Been buying mushrooms whole and slicing them ourselves instead of buying sliced. They definitely last longer. And then you guys told us to store them in a paper bag. That works wonders too. I was amazed at how long they last actually. Someone here is eating grapes. Those won't last past today. We got 8 bundles of bananas. We tried to get a little of them green, but honestly, we can eat through that in 3 days sometimes, so it won't last that long. And 4 bags of these little oranges. Oh, 3 bags of apples too in the middle. We do tend to go back to the store halfway through the month just for milk. We usually get about 8 gallons of milk for 2 weeks, and then we pick up some more fruits and vegetables. But I have been really working on an emergency storage room for food. And I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna even show that on camera, but there are a couple things I'll share with you. I've been thinking through it a lot, and it's something we never have done, and we know we needed to do, and I'm starting to work on it now that stores are full, because I definitely don't want it to be adding to the chaos and taking things off the shelves that other people need. But right now in our area, stores are really full. And so I've been thinking through a lot of how we could do it that is still very healthy, because obviously just a lot of things that would go in a pantry are not necessarily the healthy foods. And so the conclusion I've come to is to really buy a lot of the same stuff that we normally buy, the things that will last a long time, and then shop out of our pantry and then replace that all the time. So that there are only a few exceptions of things I stock that we wouldn't eat all the time, like some canned fruit that is not packed in sugar, and those would be great desserts that we can eat once in a while, and some pouches of baby food that would give us some good fruits and vegetables for the little ones. Something we wouldn't normally buy, but we could also use those when we travel to use them up. I just do not want food to go bad, so I'm buying like the regular noodles we eat, the regular rice we eat, that kind of thing, and just trying not to like panic buy anything that we would normally eat anyway. My sister-in-law, Jill, mentioning her a lot today, but she has a lot more experience with long-term food storage than I do. Got a lot of people talking here because we are a lot of people. Anyway, she had some great ideas for me about storing potatoes, oranges, apples, onions, lemons for months at a time in cardboard boxes. She told me to make sure it's in a cool, dark place, which is perfect for our storage room, and kind of keep the onions and apples separate from the other fruit from what I've read. And she also told me to make sure I only use perfect fruit or potatoes, that kind of thing, and check them once a week at least. So that is my plan. We did buy a little extra potatoes, maybe a little extra oranges that will actually last a month. We usually buy oranges just for 2 weeks. So I'm just kind of stretching into that just to see what might happen, to try to have that kind of fruit for the whole month. So I'm just starting to experiment with that stuff. Okay, let me show you the rest of this stuff. All right, over here we have his and hers caffeine, and we have this. I've never tried this before, but I've heard great things. We like LaCroix, and we are entertaining a lot because we have a pool. This is our first whole summer with a pool, and so there are a few things in here we got just for summer entertaining that I will show you as we go, but that would definitely be one of them. And we got some toilet paper. Like during this pandemic, guys, we got down to 2 rolls at one point. But yeah, we are trying to stock up. You can only get 1 at a time, so we've been in Sam's a couple times this month just to grab one because we go through more than 1 a month. So here's some frozen stuff. We got frozen broccoli and frozen, we'll do chicken stir fry once with this. And then we got some frozen fruit under there, bananas, or blueberries, mixed fruit, and strawberries. I didn't organize this very well. We'll do brats once a week with hot dogs. So like everybody gets a brat. There's only 12, and some of my kids, that would not be that filling to them. So we'll cook hot dogs on the grill at the same time. They get a brat and then hot dog. Anyway, I've got 2 packs of those. We got a couple whole chickens. I like these free range, I think they are. They haven't had those for a while, so I was excited they had those because when I make chicken, we cook them both at one time. We eat them, maybe have a little leftover, but I also use all the bones and stuff to make chicken broth that I freeze. And I've been out of chicken broth for a while, so that will be helpful. We got these burgers. These are like the really nice ones. These are for company, guys. Because we also got this pack here of the not so nice ones for just regular burgers. That's for entertaining, and just we'll do that a couple nights this month. And so we got hot dog buns here, 3 packs of those, and 3 packs of hamburger buns too. I'm not sure where that is. Here's the big box of hot dogs. We bought this last month too and didn't go through the whole thing, so we'll have extra. Chicken was quite limited. We could get 1 of each kind, and they didn't have that many kinds. So I got 1 of the normal things that we get, but I wanted 2, so that just wasn't possible. So we may not be eating all the chicken meals that I had planned for this month, and that is totally fine. We have enough food to get by in some way or another for sure. And then I was able to get the smaller bag as well of chicken breasts. I really wanted chicken thighs too, wasn't able to get that. I did find these. It's the Sam's Club Members Mark brand. It's just 3 pounds, so we'll use the whole bag, but we could do that with the chicken stir fry with these vegetables. That would be a really good quick meal. Here's some frozen fruit that my kids like to eat. Once a week we do frozen fruit for snacks. They love that stuff. There's mangoes in there and things like that. And then I've been really liking the cauliflower rice they have there. It's probably not the best price though, but it was convenient in there. So here's that big box of burgers. It's 40 of them. They're so convenient. Here's some strawberry jam. Oh, this is one of the things that I don't normally buy for my food storage, but we will be able to use this easily in some meals like chicken stir fry. That would be good in there. So I'm going to keep this down in my emergency food storage room, one of the very few things that I don't normally buy. And we'll make sure we use it before it goes bad. Some cream cheese. We'll buy bagels later at the next store that I'm going to. Salt and pepper. This was probably not the cheapest way to buy black pepper. Hopefully it's really good, but it was there, and we are totally out of black pepper, ground. 3 things of maple syrup. I had plenty of honey, but I did need ketchup and mustard. I think we only have 1 ketchup left. We are going through ketchup way too fast. I don't even want to talk about that. These are also great for entertaining, just having these around. I feel like they're slightly healthier than regular potato chips, maybe slightly cheaper in these huge bags, so I don't know. Zesty Ranch though was a big hit around here, so we'll kind of save those for entertaining days and evenings. A couple things of pretzels, couple things, boxes of Chobani yogurts. Those are all snack items. We do these on Fridays. We do these on Saturdays, as if you care. Here's those buns I was looking for. And 000 yogurts. I love that they're putting vanilla in here now. I don't like the fruit yogurts at all, but I love the vanilla ones. So I've been taking those. And a couple of my kids like them, and Solo likes them too. Tortilla chips, those are for nacho night. So we'll use 1 bag for nacho night and the 2nd bag for whatever, entertaining or just, you know, chips, they disappear. They have a way of disappearing. That's why I don't really buy extra usually. Got this big Parmesan cheese. I love this on when I make up kale in the morning. It's so good with feta cheese on top, mushrooms cooked into it, and tomatoes cooked into it, and then throwing this on top with some sriracha. Yum! I'm hungry just thinking about it. 1 thing is string cheese. That doesn't sound right. Oh, here's the other. 2 things of string cheese for the month. There's a lot of days around here that we are out of string cheese. That's how popular it is here, but it's hard to buy more of that because it's not very cheap. Okay, last month I normally get a block of cheese 4 times. So I tried the sliced cheese. We actually only got 3 of them last time. We definitely ran out. So this month I bought 4. That was such a big hit. The block cheese is good. I think it's a little cheaper, which I like. But this is way less messy, and the kids really enjoyed it, and in a way we didn't waste it much because we weren't having to slice it. You know, when kids start slicing the cheese off, it is a big mess everywhere sometimes, at least in my house. That was worth the upgrade there. Solo and I like these. These are our string cheese, and the kids love them too, so we give them to them when those run out. This is for our freezer. I've been buying the Mexican blend cheese, which I like, but this is definitely a cheaper route. So we're just doing this again. And I keep them in the freezer till I need them, and I just open a bag. We probably use just over this in a month for casseroles and all the tacos and nachos and whatever we're making that requires shredded cheese. But I love shredded cheese because it freezes well. This coconut sugar I actually did not buy today. They don't sell it in the store right now. I got it online. So I'm adding it to this because we needed it. This is how we sweeten our kids' oatmeal. And they like it. They've been used to it for a long time. And it's a little healthier than like a brown sugar or something. Low glycemic index. See that? So I'm glad they like that healthier choice and I can still find it. 2 things of sour cream. Boy, we eat right through these. We'll get to the end of that. 2 things of cottage cheese. Same. If we had 3, we'd eat them. We like cheese around here, can you tell? 4 blocks of butter times 3. Hopefully that's more than we need this month, but butter saves well in the fridge. And by the way, This and this are two things that I want to stock up a little bit on eventually. So if I have a little extra of this and that's good for me. I'm saving a space in my freezer for stocking up on those things, as well as some frozen vegetables. My kids have never eaten canned vegetables and they do not like them. The couple times they've like had a taste, we've just never served them here. So I don't want to stock up on canned vegetables and then have a whole bunch of canned vegetables going bad on my hands like years down the road. I would just rather save some room in my freezer and have vegetables we actually love and eat. Got a couple milks, I'll get the rest at Aldi. Usually Aldi lets me get 6, so hopefully that's the case because we need 8 for the 2 weeks. And this almond milk, Belle's been joining in the almond milk fund, so we're going through a little more. Heavy whipping cream, we use that for all kinds of stuff. Here's the amount of eggs we got, just because eggs is about the only thing I needed at Walmart that I can't just like get online. I didn't want to walk into Walmart for eggs. I'm just trying to stay out of as many stores as possible. So we got a whole bunch here it was a pretty good price. It was $3 something for 24 eggs, so it wasn't terribly bad, especially for cage-free eggs. Corn, this is something I'm switching to buying in cans. It's literally half the price. We used to always buy it frozen. And for me, this is one thing that does not make a huge difference if it's canned versus frozen, because mostly we use it in stuff, like in chili or in veggie casserole or whatever. So it's a little harder to tell that it is not frozen, and it is just a lot cheaper this way, and will save me some space in my freezer as well. We got some laundry detergent. That's one that I like, but we're not real picky around here. I got 5 of these 20 packs of whole wheat tortillas. We love those. And they finally had diced tomatoes, some cans of diced tomatoes at Sam's Club, so I picked up 2 cases of them. We eat a lot of canned tomatoes. So I said we don't eat canned vegetables. I lied. We eat a lot of canned tomatoes, and now we're eating canned corn, if that counts as a vegetable. Raisins, kids love that. I do not. And on, let's see, Thursday snack used to be granola bars. I think we're switching to animal crackers for a while, so we'll just do half, 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 and half. That's 4 weeks. And then I was able to find hand soap. I haven't been able to find hand soap anywhere. I had to order some online last month because I usually keep these around for years. I just put a little bit in the bottom of an old soap, foaming soap thing, or I got some beautiful ones on Amazon that are not old. You can just reuse old ones too. And so I usually make these last for years, and wouldn't you know it, I ran out during the coronavirus. I was able to find a little online, but now those prices have doubled. And then I found these, this much doubled, for $99 online. And knowing that it's like $7 at Sam's Club, oh my goodness, I about had a heart attack. No way was I buying that. So I was able to find this for $6.98 today for 2 of them at Sam's Club. Online, they tell you they don't have it. So that was a good buy for me. When I'm with Solo, he always loves to check the clearance section, and he found this little beauty. This won't be included in our total because it's not food and doesn't come out of our food budget, but it's a 7-quart. Ours is 8-quart, I think, so our other one is a little bigger, but when we cook all at once, we definitely could use another one, and this thing was 27 bucks, which is a pretty good deal on clearance. Grocery shopping is not my favorite thing in the world, but when you're only doing it once a month, it's not bad at all. I don't mind it. Okay, the kitchen's cleaned up. It's the end of the night. I did not get to the next store, but I wanted to show you the long-term storage solution. Now, is this... There's my onions there. I found some yellow onions from more than a month ago, and they were doing good in my pantry, so they got buried. Anyway, is this more than a month of food? Probably not really. The oranges and apples for sure not. I'm sure we'll go through those lemons, maybe not all the limes. And the potatoes and onions would last maybe more than a month. But it's just an experiment, because usually we go back for these 2 things, so we're just gonna see how they do in our storeroom and how long they last. We also have a full shelf of food right now. Someone had given us some apples and oranges that they had that were surplus for something, and yeah, so we got those given to us, which is awesome. And these little oranges that we bought, they'll be eaten up real fast. I'm not looking to have like a year's supply or anything of food. I'm just thinking 2 to 3 months is really all I want, just to be wise, because we have a whole lot of mouths to feed, and as we all have seen, things can change really quickly. If I could figure out how to feed them healthy for a couple of 2 to 3 months, yet keep my food supply fresh, that's my goal. I'm back. It's the next day. Still in a black shirt, but it's a different black shirt. Anybody else have too many shirts the same color? All right, let's move on to Aldi. Guess what, guys? Having a teenager that is 16 and can drive is the best thing in the entire world. My grandma used to say, once you're 16, it's really good because then if they mess up, you have something to take away. You take the keys away. But I'm here to say it's also good. I mean, that's a good thing too. It's good to have leverage always, right? But it's also good because when you really don't want to go to Aldi, you have a child who is very motivated to go out and do things for you. So Judah and Belle, my 16 and 14-year-old, went and did Aldi for me. I would trust them in Aldi any day because they've gone with me so many times. They know exactly what I want. I'm gonna show you what they got. But this sweet lady at church just sent us over all these masks. Aren't they cute? She made them. They're so nice. How fun. How would I look like that? Belle took one of them with her. I don't know if she wore it, but she did take it with her. Here is the haul from Aldi, although I do have 3 gallons of milk hiding over here. Still haven't taken my stuff downstairs yet to my storeroom, but let me show you what I got. I told them if there were good prices, go ahead and pick up some more oranges and apples and lemons and limes, and there must have been good prices. My kids pretty much know if it's around $1 a pound, I think that's a great price. It used to be easy to find that. It's not that easy anymore. Pink Ladies, I think Pink Ladies are, I heard once, so they're the healthiest apples there are. So that's fun. 3 little bags of these limes, and we've been making some lemonade today. So that was good. They're loving that. So we'll put these in those boxes. Those 3 gallons of milk go with those 3 to make 6, plus the 2 we got at Sam's, which makes 8. We got 6 of these oatmeal. I thought I asked for 8, so it might have been a limit. There were some limits, but he was able to get 6 dozen eggs. And then we've got some Greek yogurt, 4 of these large ones. And then they got some low carb ice cream. It's nice that Aldi has an option for low carb ice cream because it's a good price there. And then we got some foil, plastic wrap, and large Ziploc bags. We got 6 applesauce that we do for breakfast once a week. And we also do cottage cheese and toast that day, so that'll get us through. I did ask them to get some dried beans, and they were able to find that. Black beans and pinto beans. Dried beans have been kind of hard to find, so I was thankful that we got those. We got an off-brand box of Cheerios. Seth is kind of trying to eat food a little bit, but I always like having some plain Cheerios around when they're trying to eat food. So we'll use those either this month or next month. And then some cream and mushroom soup. This is something I don't normally buy. We got 4 cans of it, but we want to make a recipe. It's beef stroganoff actually, but we have a really good recipe that calls for that. So it's worth it for that. Got some tuna. We're gonna have tuna for dinner one night. Some tuna salad, some tomato paste, just 4 cans. I think I asked for 6 tomato paste and 6 crushed tomatoes, and he got 4 of each. So he said there were a lot of limits. I just told him to get up to 6 if he's able to. So we just got what we could, and we'll have to make do. 1 big tub of ice cream, but I asked for 2. So hopefully there's not one in the car. Not sure what happened there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 12 boxes of mac and cheese. The Aldi one is pretty good, I think. And we got 3 things of zucchini. Solo likes to cook some Kenyan food with that. I think he's excited about doing that. Otherwise, we'll just fry it up. And some jalapenos. 2 bags of salmon. It is a better price there than Sam's Club. We almost bought it at Sam's Club, but boy, was it expensive. I just could not do it. I'm glad they were able to find that. We'll just do salmon once this month. The recipe I used last month, I shared it in one of our meal prep videos. It was so good. We're actually excited to have that again. And then we have 3 bags of cilantro. We'll get that halfway through the month again, probably. I need to start growing that. Oh, and more beans. So we got 4 bags of beans. That's great. I am really low on beans right now, and I like to make them from dried. 1 thing of Laughing Cow cheese. I asked for 4 of these, so I gotta go check the car and see if they left stuff, but that could have been a limit too. And then this is dinner tonight. 3 pizzas. Aldi pizzas are nice and huge, and 3 feeds us, especially because Solo and I don't eat much pizza. Over here we've got Mountain Bagel. There are 10 bags of bagels here. We eat those on Sunday mornings. It makes a nice quick breakfast when you're running out the door to church. Most of my kids have like 1.5 and then some fruit if they're still hungry. But yeah, church is starting up, like going to actual physical church is starting up in June, so it's good we found those. And then there's some sprouted green bread. I told you guys that the stores were really stocked and we're doing great here, but I may have spoken too soon because Judah told me that literally he could not get bread. We were gonna get 18 loaves for the week, or the month rather. He said there was 1 loaf and it was totally squished. So we have been really putting off making sourdough bread, but we have a sourdough starter that somebody gave us. We've been feeding it. We were feeding it every day and then we got lazy, and so then we started putting it in the fridge and feeding it once a week. But Judah has really taken over that and he's fed it. We ordered a kitchen scale and a bench scraper because everything we watch is like you need those 2 items, and now we're all geared up and have not made it yet. So now we have the perfect excuse. We really need to get in the habit of making sourdough bread over and over. I love that it's a lower glycemic impact. It's better for you. We got to get on it, guys. So hopefully that happens. It has to happen. I checked the car. There was really no more food there. So I don't see where else they could have put it. Not sure why there would be limits on ice cream. Maybe they only found one there. I don't know. But I did send them to Trader Joe's too. So let me show you what we got there. Found the second ice cream when I was putting this one away. Someone stuck it in the freezer. Good kids I've got. Micah and Tori were helping them bring stuff in, so someone must have just put it away. Now the only one I'm questioning is the limit on Laughing Cow cheese. That doesn't seem quite right either, but I guess that could be real. Okay, here's what I got at Trader Joe's. They couldn't find kale at Aldi, so fresh kale. So I asked them to get that there. These are small bags. I probably eat that almost for one breakfast, but it's okay. I love to have kale. When I have it, I eat it and then it runs out and I don't eat it for a while, so that's fine. They got me 4 chocolate bars. I love the Simply Light kind. I love it so much. I've never had the dark chocolate with almonds. Belle really likes this chocolate too, and Solo. So this won't last long. We usually get 6 peanut butter. I did have them get a little bit extra for my storage. You know, it's good to have peanut butter around. Finally, this is what I got from Walmart. Literally just 4 boxes of spaghetti noodles, whole wheat, whole grain, and then 8 boxes of these. We do 2 boxes for lunch once a week and kind of make up a pasta sauce to go with it. I just ordered this stuff online and I didn't want to walk in the store and they had free shipping, so that's how we did it today. I also have another one of these minced gingers coming from walmart.com. Just hasn't arrived yet. If you're not sick about hearing about these yet, my plan now is to have a fill bucket and an eat out of bucket. So when the eat out of bucket is gone, we'll slide them over. And that way we are eating through them and not just eating the latest ones. So we'll have 2 boxes or buckets of each thing. And these gray ones here have a lot of holes in them, so they are getting good air. I'd love to hear, are your stores fully stocked, or what's it like where you live? Are you still having to make do with things, or are you able to get just what you want? Are prices higher? We notice some things prices are definitely higher here, and some things are pretty normal still. Lastly, I would also love to hear, are you storing up extra at all? Or are you waiting it out a little before you start? Or are you not ever gonna do that? Or have you always been doing that? Kind of love to hear your thoughts about that. And any tips and suggestions of storing healthy food. Thanks for watching today. I'm gonna give you a rundown now of all the money we spent for this month. You can see if we stayed in our budget of $1,300. Sometimes when I say that budget, I forget to remind you that we actually buy our beef once a year. Last year we bought a whole cow and kept it in our freezer, and that's what we eat off of. You don't really see us buying beef often except those hamburgers and all beef hot dogs. It also does help keep our month-to-month cost down, and we're eating good beef, good quality beef at a very good price. So keep that in mind. We will probably just go back in the middle of the month for maybe some cilantro and milk. Can't imagine it will be much more than that at this point. Oh, bananas. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a great June, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye.